Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Janelle Show. Thank you for being here and listening with us today. I have with me Bernadette Bruckner, and she is coming to us all the way from Austria. Hi, Bernadette. How are you?
Hello, hello, hello from the country where we supposed to yodel, and that's actually not true, at least not all of them. But it's my deepest pleasure that I'm
Yes.
on your podcast. I was totally excited when I got invited about it. So let's talk.
Yes, I'm so excited that you're here. Bernadette, I don't have a whole lot of information about you, but when I read what you shared with me, being an inspiration for others to living their dreams, that is like my motto of life.
Mhm.
So I was like, she has to be, because we have to have a conversation, because I just believe completely in living the life of your dreams.
Mhm.
So tell me all about you.
Cool. I'm coming from a bakery,
Mm,
and the only thing what I always tell everybody is I learned to work. It doesn't matter where I'm worldwide, I know how to work because I had to work a lot since childhood. And that's what I learned
mm,
truly,
mm,
even as woman. And for me, it's like to make it short. I've behind three burnouts. I was highly suicide. I was from overweight to anorexia nervosa. And for me, like I think the only reason why I'm still alive is because I grew up very tough. And for me, it's like dying is not an option, but
mm,
living fully my dreams. And through that, I even had afterwards a colon problem and a car accident. And these were my wake up moments saying, okay, lady, you survived, I think, 3 to 4 times. And I only want to go my way, living fully my dreams. And there is no excuse anymore, not going every single day for my dreams, even when I was so weak that I couldn't do any sit-ups or anything else. But I knew when I want to go on, and every single day I do something for my dreams coming true.
mm,
And saying that ordering at the universe works, I say yes, it does.
yeah.
And I see it every single day. I mean, since January this year, it's like amazing. Every single day, something beautiful happens
Mm,
faster than ever. And therefore, I support especially women and mompreneurs as much as living their dreams.
mm,
Sometimes they need either kick ass angels, and I love being a kick ass angel, or a drill sergeant, or they're missing the knowledge. And I support women and mompreneurs for more than 20 years with my business knowledge because I was lucky enough um, being on places in the corporate world with 2021, which was not normal
mhm,
because huge CEOs came in our bakery and they knew me since childhood and they asked me, do you want to work in my company?
mm,
And there is one thing I never did. I always say yes, even
mm.
when I have no idea what I'm doing at the moment. Most of the time I got kicked in we said in Austria in cold water. They just jump in.
Mhm,
And either you swim or you drown, fuck
mhm.
up big time and learn.
Yeah.
But once in my life, I said no. And this was my biggest regret ever. And
Mm,
truly living your life of your dreams, in my opinion, is just saying yes, having no idea, and not being in your head and say, I don't know, maybe I don't have, as women, I don't have enough knowledge, I don't have enough education.
mm,
And as I grew up with men, they don't think about, they just do.
mm, They don't.
They are like, sometimes I have no idea why people sitting on the places they are. It's not about knowledge, but it's about saying yes, about networking, and about supporting each other. And this is something what I learned the most from the man world. And
Mm,
that's why I love supporting women, girls, and children, and everything who has huge visions, huge dreams. And most of the time, maybe I can support them, or I know them and connect them. And this is truly became a passion. And more than ever after the car accident I had 2015,
mm,
because I have still no idea how I came out alive at this car accident at the highway. I had
mm,
nothing. And this was for me like, lady, you just go on. Go on, go
Mm.
on, fully live your dreams. I do vision boards. I do project. I don't want to even show you my room because it truly looks like an office, my apartment. Because I do a lot of project management. I want to bring out my dreams as fast as possible with the right teams, with the right people and attitude,
Mm.
and using fully my business knowledge out of more than 15 companies. I work nationally and internationally. And this is something every day I bless myself that I went through all the challenges. Yes,
Mm.
it was exhausting, but seeing my clients, seeing myself blossom up and discover all my gifts, what other people told me this is just bullshit, what I perceive and feel. And even with women, because I'm creating at the moment female leadership and how
Mm.
we use the female intuition and our female gifts, what we have in
Mhm.
leadership, in top management. And this is something for me. Whenever I can support a woman, I support a whole family. I support and nurture future children because we women communicate different.
Mhm. Yeah.
And my deepest belief is that society is based on brave women and the hard, tough work what we can do, building up what others destroyed. And I said 2021 is the year of femininity, the year of the women standing up, saying no to others, saying yes to ourselves, and fully living our dreams.
I love that. Bernadette, thank you. Yes. Yes,
It's
I
so
love that.
time, isn't it? It's
It
so
is.
time when you see globally. I'm like, how is that possible what we have at the moment?
It came to me the other day that I wanted to launch a new program, and I was like,
Mhm,
well, I don't know what the program should be. I didn't even know what's going into the program, but a name came to me,
mhm.
and I was told to buy the domain, and the domain is Feminine Wealth Mastery.
Yes,
And
yes.
I was just like, is that's perfect. Like it's exactly
Yes.
what I was looking for.
It's so beautiful, and we are so wealthy inside,
Mm.
but we got trained and conditioned
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
based on so stupid parameters.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I'm a woman, only because I'm from this country, only because I am from this religion, believe in this and this and this, and looking not like a top model, I'm not allowed to do what I want.
Right.
Hello.
Right.
And this is, I mean, my father is a war child, and my
Mm-hmm.
mom is a post-war child, and we got a lot of beliefs. I'm pretty sure you everybody of us got a lot of beliefs of our family and
Right.
surrounding. And this, yes, I understand them because it was maybe sometimes necessary back then.
Mm-hmm.
But we are in an age where for everybody is everything possible. I think we are overwhelmed from so many choices we actually can do that we don't choose.
Mm-hmm.
But still, discussing about diversity, about exclusion, about a skin color, about a sex, it's out of discussion, in my opinion, because we are humans.
Right.
We are living creatures, and I wanna meet everybody on eye level. Want to have that respect what I give the other person. And I grew up very tough. So I got an attitude. I always say it's the attitude of a Leo because my horoscope is a Leo, and in
Mm-hmm.
the Chinese horoscope I'm a dragon.
Mm.
But as more as I understand that standing to myself, to my beliefs, and to my values, and meeting everybody on eye level, and it doesn't matter if this is a CEO from and a millionaire and everything else, because I've worked with all of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they respect me because I have my own opinion. I didn't crawl because I always want to have them on eye level,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they they act towards me differently.
Yes.
And this is something, and I'm a huge fan of education.
Yeah.
In my opinion, everybody has the right to go to school, has the right to the access of getting education, whatever education you want, and just meet each other on humanity level, on heart level, however you want to call it, on eye level. And this is something more than ever necessary.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah. We are a human race. It
Yes.
doesn't matter about race. We have to, what you're saying is to let go of those old thought concepts
Yes.
and just know that we are people.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I heard from my clients, I had one, she was a student mate of mine, and she came
Mhm.
from Turkey. She told me about the beliefs what Turkish men have on women and everything else, and I was so shocked.
Mm.
I always still believe in Austria we are in the holy country, but and I don't know. Sometimes I'm just I am dreaming or something, but when I hear this, it breaks my heart, and this is no respect there. And for me is I wanna meet everybody how I wanna meet myself,
Mm.
and they show me afterwards anyway with their attitude, with their communication, how their world is,
Yeah.
the way they treat me. And sometimes I have to make barriers, make boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to? No. Do I have to? Yes. And this I teach a lot to women, especially when they were abused before. They don't know where their barrier is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something which breaks my heart, but I have the patience and I will go through with them. I did it on phone. I did it on every single possibility to support them, mothers and everybody else, because this is something I want to get meet on eye level, on heart level. You said on human race level.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is birthright.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything else is conditioned from others. And what we learn from others, we can de-learn and we can relearn again new.
Yeah. That's true. It's true. And then for generations after that to reteach them, you
Yes.
know, the correct way of treating people and the correct way of being and thinking. So yeah.
Yes. And when I see the world at the moment globally, I
Mhm.
think we have a lot to do.
Oh, yes. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like I'm standing sometimes there, I'm like, I don't even have time when I'm 80 or 90 to get retired because we have tons to do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on.
Yeah. 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 And you know what? You can still enjoy doing it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
At 80 and 90 years old, if you're enjoying your life and still doing these things to help the world, why not?
I
You
have
know?
a mentor. He's more over 80 and
Mm.
he cannot retire because he's so brilliant. He's a family therapist.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually the family therapist in Austria who
Mm.
learned directly from Virginia Satir, from the founder of the
Mm.
family therapy. And he has no time for retirement
Yeah.
because there are so many clients there and they're always calling. And I'm like, okay, I want to have that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to get from you some advice. Somebody's listening to this and they're like, I would love to change the world too. I would love to,
Mhm.
one person at a time. How can they get started on something like this? Such a
Beginning with
journey.
yourself.
Hmm.
Beginning with yourself. Because it always I'm coming from the concept and theory of constructivism,
Mm-hmm.
that you create your own world by
Mm-hmm.
your mind, by your beliefs, by your values, by your identity. But according to Jean Piaget, who was the developer scientist, he says we actually get our identity in the first 5-7 years from others told. If you check your beliefs and values you got from the first beginning, write it down. What are your beliefs? Which sentence did you hear? What are your biggest challenges? Are those your challenges or did you overtake them from others?
Mm. Yeah.
As more as you discover, or I say, correct the subconsciousness, of your beliefs and behaviors, you can realize that some of them are not useful anymore.
Right.
Then you can choose, because they're becoming in your awareness. Then you can choose, are they still valid for me, or do they block me, or are they challenges? If so, I can give it away, check new values and new beliefs for myself, which fit for my world, which fits to me, which feels good for me. For me, one is just respect and being grateful for everything and everybody. And then you decide, and this is the next step, how do I see this value of gratitude, of respect in daily actions from myself and from others? Because we always have a point on something. When you meet another person, you talk with this person, then you get a kind of a picture of this person. Oh, this person is nice. This person is not nice. This person is grateful. This person is not grateful. But it always depends on certain parameters.
Right.
And when you write them down, they become conscious. What is subconscious in you anyway? Because you always judge. When you hear and see someone, you begin to give them in some kind of pictures and in frames and in some kinds of different that you have a feeling of for this person. Most of the time you fear something, and we see it with COVID because it's invisible. We cannot grab it. We cannot give it in somewhere in our mind. And this makes us fearful. We also have it, and I think it's more in your country than in my country, with racism, because this person looks different than me, and this I see another person looks similar than this one, and the other person was, and but this is human.
Yeah.
It's more as you understand how you work, how your brain works, how your subconscious works, as more you can choose differently, and as more as you become kind to yourself,
Right.
grateful for yourself, you don't fear less.
Right. Yeah.
And we in Austria, we for you in America, I think it's more between black and white. In Austria, we have more the Turkish and Austrian thing. So we also have it, but differently.
Yes.
But it's still a topic. And for me, I don't never understood.
Right.
When since child, I always was sitting to the person and begin to talk with them. I talk with homeless, I talk with everybody, because I want to understand why they are there where they are, which kind of thinking they have, which kind of values they have. And they always get treated as best as possible with me, because I've got also my beliefs, my subconscious beliefs as well, my hidden ones. And as more as I realize that in front of me I have a human being,
Right. Yeah.
not a Turkish one, or not another one, or not this and this and this, but a human being, then I see the kindness. Then I see, because there's no person out there who got born bad. We got trained, we got conditioned, we had bad experience. This is what shapes us.
Right. This conversation reminds me of the book The Giver. Have you read the book The Giver?
From
So
whom?
what it's about is these people, kids, I guess they're kids, and they don't have color. They cannot see skin color. They can't see hair type. They can't see anything like that. And so a black person maybe talking to a white, like they just interact all colorless. They're just like black and white. Then by the end of the book, they open up Pandora's box and everybody has color.
Ah, okay.
And they realize that, oh, you're white with red hair. Oh, you're black, and everybody's different. And they were just treating each other as, a human being.
For me, it was always like, but isn't it so beautiful that we are so colorful?
Yeah.
When I mean, we have winter, we have summer at the moment, we have snow out there and everything else. And when I was in Africa, in Tunis, there was well, in Egypt, it was dry. It was always the same hot weather. It was just, and I was like, no. Even when everybody's complaining that we have snow out there, and then we have spring and everything blossom up, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
For me, as more as colorful as more beautiful is because as more as we can learn from each other.
Yeah.
And this is something I always, when I was traveling worldwide, I always enjoyed having conversations with the locals, having the local food, even when I cannot eat everything, but I still tried it.
Right.
And just getting all the different informations of the history and all the stories. And it's just beautiful.
It is.
And why can't it be peaceful?
Hmm. Yeah, that's the question. Why can't, but everybody doesn't have that same perspective, you
No,
know?
but
So
that's
then,
okay.
yeah, that's okay.
What I don't understand, and this is so interesting because I even was talking actually 2 days ago with a soldier from German military,
Mhm.
and I asked, he was in Afghanistan and everything else, and he said to me one thing. He said, being in peace is an unnatural state.
Hmm.
And I was sitting there, I was totally complex. We are talking about a soldier who is actually a Buddhist,
Mhm.
very interesting.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, if you see globally, is there any country out there who has no crisis, who has no conflict, and is peaceful? Maybe Bhutan.
Oh,
Do you know what I
wow.
mean?
Yeah.
And I'm
Wow.
like, how much conflict, when I have the theory of constructivism, how much conflicts do we have in each other that we see it outside?
Right.
And it doesn't matter how many people I'm talking, and I'm talking with a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
everybody has challenges, conflicts, and especially in Austria. And please, even when an Austrian hears this conversation, we in Austria, they complain on such a high level about things. I'm always sitting next to them. I'm like, can't you be grateful,
Yeah.
please, for one thing? But we never learned it. We learn a lot in school, but not what life is was supposed to be.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Um, I'd love to get from you a book. So I'm a big book reader. And so I would love to get from you a book that you would suggest our listeners and myself read. What book would you suggest?
Mine, but it's not out yet. Ah, ah. No, 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 no. I'm also a book reader,
Yes.
and there is one book I always have to look up what's the English word. The English title is. Wait a second.
Okay.
Because it's from Elisabeth Heich, and this book I read the first time over 10 years ago, and this was like, I don't want to say awakening, but
Mm.
it comes like in this direction, and it's just such a beautiful book, and it's I need the English. I'm so sorry for all the listeners
No.
out there. I'm so sorry, but I have to find the English version because it's only one word and I never can remember it. Initiation.
In
If
a
you want to, yes. And it's about that you remember, and you have it actually with small children and those who know a little bit about past lives or having access to the subconsciousness. It's about remembering your past lives. And
Okay.
initiation, it's about just getting aware of your gifts, what you have inside of you, but they are so hidden, and that you have access to this gift. And one day, a friend of mine in Switzerland, who is a hypnotizer,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and one day he put a lady in hypnosis, and she began to speak an very old accent English.
Mm.
When she came back again, normal state, she had no idea that she knows this language.
Mm.
So when you're in a certain state or have access to your subconsciousness, cracking your subconsciousness, you have way much more gifts
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
you know.
I
And
believe that. Mhm. Yeah.
I give you an example. When I work with women, I always tell them you are old witch. If someone knows that you have this knowledge about herbs and all the old stuff, what you remember, you would be burned. And they are always cracking up, but they are so fear. They have so unknown fear. They have no idea why they have this fear.
Mhm.
When we go back to the past life, they got burned as witch.
Yeah,
That's what
I've
they
heard of this
remember.
before. Yeah, I heard this last week. It's so funny. I have like a deja vu. Somebody was
Okay.
telling me, somebody was telling me about this. Yes, when you something happened to you in your past. They did use the
Yes.
witch example, and then you're scared of it and you have no idea why you're scared.
Wait,
Like, for
yes.
example, I have a 5-year-old. He's scared of going underwater. I
Uh-huh.
have no
Yes.
idea why he's scared. I haven't figured it out yet. There's nothing that's happened to him in this lifetime that
Exactly.
would give him that fear, but he is scared to put his hand under the water.
And this is most of the time connected with past lives.
Mm-hmm.
And when I work with those women, clearing this fear, they begin to blossom up again. And I mean, they always have the interest in herbs and everything else, but they begin to remember. And this is so beautiful to see when women blossom up, reconnect. I say just reconnecting to your knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It's just incredible. And that's what I can't teach people. I can remember them.
Love it. Love it.
And the other book is truly, it's about, I call it in English, the title is Disrupt Everything. And this is actually a working book where I give you a lot of questions and homework exercise,
Mm-hmm.
where you begin to question your own beliefs and values, and also about authorities.
It's about what?
And also that you question authorities.
Authority.
When is another person an authority for you, and where does they come from, and all the things? Because this is something, my only for the listeners, my PhD research and topic is about health framing,
Mm-hmm.
and about neuro and psycholinguistic, and that's one of many reasons why I bring out, I call it working books, where you truly work on your own beliefs and your psycholinguistic, and where does the language come from, where does the belief come from, and the values, that you actually discover yourself. Because there's a motto, I call it, remember your birthright, and fully live it. And this is coming back to yours, that you support people that they're chasing for the dreams and going for the visions. And this as more as you discover where your beliefs come from, as more you can heal it, and as more you can truly go your vision.
That's beautiful. Bernadette, I really appreciate you being here with me today and sharing this.
Yeah.
No, what were we going to say?
When I got your invitation, I was like, I wanna.
No, I really appreciate, because I needed to hear this myself, and I'm sure there are other people that needed this message today. I'm positive that they needed this, because I needed it. So if we want to connect with you further, where can we go for you? What's your website? I know you have a book coming out. What I'll do is everything that you give us, I'll put it in the show links so people can connect with you. So where should we go?
Social media.
Okay.
Because I'm updating all my websites. Most of them, they're in German.
Okay.
As I said, if I could stretch the time, it would be beautiful.
Yeah.
As Einstein said, time is relative, but it's still not enough.
Yes.
And most of the time on social media, because I'm a social media, I don't want to say freak, but I just love it. And it's the easiest way to connect with me. I'm on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, and not TikTok anymore, because this was way too much time. Yeah, I just loved it. I felt a little too old for that already, but that's why, but Instagram and all the things.
Okay, I'll put those in the show notes for you guys, so that you guys can connect with Bernadette. Thank you so much, Bernadette, for being here with us today.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you. Have a good one. And you guys were listening to The Janelle Show.